If you are a Star Wars Rebels fan, you're gonna love this episode. Recently, we took a look at Kanan's lightsaber. Then, before that, we took a look at Ezra's staple gun lightsaber. And today, we're taking a look at Ezra's second lightsaber, a lightsaber I've been waiting to get my hands on. This is Ezra's second green lightsaber. Let's get at it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Well, recently Disney released their version of Ezra's lightsaber. As always, it was way too chunky. The proportions look completely wrong. At least they got the color right, so that's kind of cool. They gave you a swap out neck, which was the thin one to kind of replicate this show, and then they gave you the really thick one that I've said in the past looks like a snake swallowing a chicken. It is just completely awful what Disney does to the thin neck lightsabers. It's such a shame. I did try to get the Disney version for a review when it came out on the website. They had released Yoda's lightsaber just shortly before it, and it was available on the website immediately on the day of release. Then I tried to get Ezra's lightsaber for a review, and when it was released, it wasn't released on the website. You had to wait like another month or so. So I wound up not getting it, but whatever. The photos that they had posted of it, I wasn't really impressed by it. Then I started seeing a couple reviews, and it's just wacky looking. So anyway, this one was sent over from my good friends over at ArtSabers. Thank you guys so much for sending this over for everybody to take a look at. And before we dig into this lightsaber, if you are new here, click subscribe and like and notification bells and all that stuff that's down below. Even leave some comments. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome, and let's dig into this lightsaber. So I am so psyched because ArtSabers did send me these other two from Rebels, and these lightsabers are fantastic. This one's Kanan, and this one is Ezra's first lightsaber, which is so cool. So let's dig into this new one. This was Ezra's second lightsaber, the green one. He had lost his staple gun lightsaber to a battle with Darth Vader. Why would you take on that guy? But you gotta give that kid credit. He tried, lost his saber, and then he had to build a new one. This saber was so cool. So let's take a look. Let's unbox this thing here. So we've got the saber here. This thing actually looks the right size. We do have a swap out headpiece here, emitter. So we will see that in a second. We have the accurate little grip thing, grenade little part here. We've got the little red switch that obviously doesn't do anything, doesn't move. This is a Profi, so we do have two buttons here. We have the ignition and auxiliary right there. And inside here, we actually have a nice removable chassis with your typical 18650 battery. We have a USB-C charging port right there, and your Profi connector right there on the back. And to put the chassis back in, you're going to face the board to the top and just slip that right back on in. There we go. So we do have a swap out emitter. This is where the blade's going to go, and the blade is a 7/8 inch blade. So that's thinner than the normal 1-inch blade, and they're usually a little bit brighter, and I love those blades. They're not very heavy. I don't recommend dueling with them because they're kind of thin. But they're beautiful show blades, and that will go here when we swap out the display version of the emitter. Now on the back here, I'm almost positive that's what this is. They actually gave us a swap out rear end pommel looks like it's just empty to just put on display in case you want to swap it out. I'm actually just going to take a little flathead and just put it in there, and that's going to turn the bottom half of the pommel there. So this has the vents for the speaker. So when you're using it, you're obviously going to want to use the vented part here. Alright, and with the display piece, we're looking like that. You don't need to put it on too tight. So let me just show you the full presentation of the display version here. Alright, there we go. So we got the thin emitter at the top there, and we've got the display version of the pommel right there. Super nice. I love it. All right, I'm gonna swap this back out, and then we'll continue going through this box here. All right, so, and again, we've got the swap out emitter, which we'll put on in a moment. We've got the swap out pommel piece. Then we have a blade plug. Now, we've got, looks like fancy new gloves. Let's see. Oh, these are nice. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm working at an auction with really expensive stuff. Look at that. But I don't really think you need really fancy white gloves for this. There's no chrome or anything on this. It's all matted metal, aluminum, and everything here. This is all black and matte. So you really don't need to worry about getting your fingerprints or anything all over this. But these are fancy, nice little gloves. I love them. Then, of course, we have the USB-C with Allen wrench and some more retention screws right there. Then we also have a full manual to run your Profi right here. Then we have an acrylic display stand and a really nice plaque to put on the stand. Now, these stands are made to put the plaque inside here, but the problem with that is when they sit down like that, the plaque is flat. So I'll show you later on how I put these on here and put them on display. I happen to like how I do it. It's very simple. This is really sticky on the back, so it works out really well. And then, of course, we do have the 7/8 pixel blade. And then, of course, it does come with this nice hard shell case. All right, so let me show you how to swap out the emitter piece because I don't want you to break it when you're trying to grab parts and twist them and break off the PCB connectors and everything in there. So what you're gonna do, you have this bottom lip right here. You're just gonna hold on to that because that's where the connectors are. And you're gonna turn the top half here. I'm gonna swap that over. And there you have it. You're gonna have to put in also the retention screws. Now this is awesome. It has 3 retention screws, so that's gonna hold really well on the blade. But if you're out there swinging anything around, I do recommend as many retention screws as you can put in. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Now to adjust the volume, I actually just want to make sure the volume's all the way up. Usually it's the auxiliary for about a second. All right, you're gonna hear that beep, and now we're in volume mode. So it's gonna be up and down. All right, so I think we're at the top. And you'll hear the volume go up and down. All right, so we're all the way down there. Just want to make sure we're all the way up. All right, so when the sound changes on either end, up or down, that's when you've hit the max. All right, so now I got the volume set and everything's ready to go. Let's bounce over to the website so I can get you a couple details. All right, here we are at Art Sabers. Now this comes in Profi, which is this version here, and SN V4. So the SN Pixel comes in at $549, and the Profi that we have here comes in at $669. We have 22 custom sound fonts pre-installed, 16 gig SD card, mute function, flash on class, blaster deflects, lockup, the very perfect smooth swing, and over here are some of the sound fonts that are included in the sound pack here. So I think they did a fantastic job on this lightsaber here. We've got all the great details up over here on the side. We've got the grip. The grip is like an aluminum and everything. The only thing I see that is changed up a little bit, which I don't even really mind, is the color of the aluminum. I believe that this is supposed to be a more blue color, like a darker kind of navy blue metal look over here. All right, so let's take a look at some of the stuff that's in here. Changing the fonts is super easy. We're just gonna click the bottom half here, which is the auxiliary, and that's gonna flip through our fonts.
I am told it is the Dark Saber.
Cal Kestis.
Anakin. General Kenobi. Kenobi.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
I won't make it easy!
Beautiful. What a great smooth swing. All right, we've got twist on. Beautiful smooth swing. Flash on clash. Blaster sounds. Lock up. Flip it upside down and give a little bump on the floor. We have tip drag, or tip melt, however you want to call it. All right, let's see what else we have on here. Some of these blade styles and sounds are just epic. Look at that. See that a little bit? And then when you swing it gets really white. Or a lot more white. That's super cool. If anyone's a Stargate fan, oh, love it. I love when they do like TV shows and characters and they make them into a font. So this has like the watery sound of the Event Horizon. So cool. That is super awesome. So here's another blade changing color. I think it's a little hard to see. You can maybe see it in the displays behind me. Oh, sorry, buddy. Maui's down here again. I just bopped you on your tushy. The sound is changing, like different velocities. The color of the blade is changing. And let me tell you, the fact that you can put your hand, this is why I love thin necks, that you can put your hand like right in there and you've got that grip point is amazing. And with just 2 clicks of a button here, we can change the color of your sound fonts. So that's awesome. So if you have a sound font that you really like, but you just don't like the color of it for whatever reason, you could just swap it out. So let's go here, right? We're gonna hit auxiliary and power. So now we're in the color mode. All you're gonna do is twist and dial in the color that you want. And whenever you find whatever color you want, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna hit auxiliary and power to set it in. Boom, done. And before I let you guys go, I told you I was going to show you how I deal with these plaques, because these plaques are beautiful and I really want to use them in the display. I just hate how they look like that, because you're going to put the lightsaber down on there and it's going to sit on a shelf and you can never see the plaque. So what I do, these stands on the bottom here on the sides, you can see that this has a little bit of a slant, like, I don't know, maybe about a 45-degree angle edge on these. And what I do is I take because this is very sticky on the back, so it holds it pretty darn strong, and I'll show you my whole shelf setup here. All right, so what I do is on the side, I put this on slanted. Just line it up with the center here, move it forward, and I put it on slanted right there, and it's gonna hold here really, really nicely. And I absolutely love how this looks. Then you can put your hilt right on there, and there you go. You've got this beautiful stand set up right there. And all you have to do is just use the edge here rather than that little inlay that they have there. So this is exactly how I display all my sabers in the movie room on the shelf display. I think it just looks great. All right, and here we have it. We have the collection of Star Wars Rebels lightsabers. We've got Kanan, we've got Ezra's blue first lightsaber, which looks like we're ready to go staple something, and we've got Ezra's second green lightsaber now to round the collection off here. And last but not least, I also have Ahsoka Tano's Rebel lightsabers as well. So this is a fantastic collection of Rebel sabers. These are all from Art Sabers and available over there. I will put links to reviews for them and direct links to the website with a discount code for you down in the description, so you can check these all out and take a look at full reviews to everything. So drop down into the comments, let me know what you think of Ezra's green lightsaber here. It's got a feel of almost like a Luke Skywalker there with the thin neck. It feels so nice in the hand here. It swings around so easy, it's like butter. Thank you so much to Art Sabers for sending this over for everybody to check out. I'll put a link down in the description and a discount code for you down there. Go check it out, and while you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe, and notification button for upcoming videos. I'll see you in the next video. Be safe and calm out there in the world. See ya.